Welcome to my latest video where I'm going to unveil a highly anticipated new master plan community in Austin, Texas. This is an incredibly unique residential opportunity available specifically in the Texas Hill Country. So whether you're planning to buy, sell, or simply just stay informed about the future development in and around Austin, join me as I explore this groundbreaking new project just west of Austin, Texas. We dive into this new community called Thomas Ranch, let's talk about its location in Spicewood. This is a quaint and quiet area, roughly 30 miles just west of Austin. The really big appeal here is that it's located squarely in the Texas Hill Country, so a huge draw for so many people looking for that type of topography and general environment. This particular pocket is a rural and unincorporated area along State Highway 71 that offers residents and visiting day trippers a really nice spot for barbecue, breweries, wine vineyards, and a really stunning landscape full of panoramas and just an overall beautiful spot for outdoor enthusiasts. One fun fact is that Spicewood is also home to country music legend Willie Nelson. No kidding, his ranch is actually called Luck Ranch, and it's situated about 4 miles east of this new master plan community, so kind of a neat fun fact to know. Let's talk more about Thomas Ranch itself. This development makes up 2,200 acres or 3.5 square miles. The property itself fronts State Highway 71 and spans north along Paleface Ranch Road. From there, it really hugs the nice cliffs overlooking that final stretch of the Pedernales River, and then it eventually intersects with Lake Travis. So you can see that it's a really nice piece of land that covers a ton of different types of topography. The county line actually splits the property with roughly 75% of the development sitting in Travis County. That's the same county as Austin, and the remaining 25% in Behren County. This is actually going to be one of the largest residential developments in the area, and believe it or not, the vision of this actually started 25 years ago with the purchase of 17 different land parcels that make up all of this 2,200 acres. So it takes years of planning to bring what is essentially going to be a new town to its total realization. After the full build out, which is expected to take up to 15 years to complete, this new community is expected to have a population of over 8,000 people. The development will include 3,500 residences, over 40 miles of trails, a golf course, a boutique hotel, dedicated sites for schools, and a grocery store. So everything all in this massive master plan. There's also a vision for a really nice downtown district with commercial property for retail, restaurants, healthcare, and office space. So again, you have everything you could possibly want, all in this location of Thomas Ranch. What's really unique about this ambitious project and why I'm so incredibly excited about it is that it's set to really redefine lakeside living and elevate those standards for the luxury residential offerings in Austin, especially in the Texas Hill Country. The planners of Thomas Ranch have really been dedicated to preserving that hill country landscape and intentionally remaining attentive to honoring the beauty of the land. That's exactly what people are looking for when they're moving to these types of locations. So a design within nature approach using land planning disciplines like those used in the Woodlands community just north of Houston, where planners really set out to preserve the sensitive land and make it open space for the community. So from there, they design the overall community around those really nice green spaces that so many people come to know and love in these communities. To really put this into perspective, 50% of Thomas Ranch is made up of open space and parks with over 40 miles of trails and over 2 miles of actual river frontage. Protected views and exploring the outdoors will definitely be a part of everyday life for residents in this really nice, unique spot. The developers actually created a really nice vision video explaining their land planning philosophy for this project of Thomas Ranch. I'm going to drop that in the comments below, so if you want to check it out, be sure to take a look at that clip. As a Texas native and somebody who hikes in this area all the time, I am thrilled that Thomas Ranch really aims to create that relationship between land and its residents. So overall, I'm really excited to see this new neighborhood actually come to life. Moving right along, there are so many neat sections of this development that I'm going to tell you about today. But before jumping into those, I want to very quickly welcome you to the channel or back to the channel. My name is Aubrey von Behren, and I'm a licensed real estate broker here in Austin. My team and I have helped hundreds of people make a move to and within the Austin area and would absolutely love to be your real estate resource of choice. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell though, so you're alerted of the future developments and real estate news that I'm going to be highlighting here in the Austin area. If that sounds like you, be sure to reach out to us in the information below and we will connect with you right away. Let's really highlight these neat sections of Thomas Ranch, with Laura Loma being one of those. Laura Loma is a private residential and resort community within the 2,200-acre master plan of Thomas Ranch, and it includes a collection of modern residences. These are turnkey and customizable home options ranging anywhere from 3 to 5 bedrooms. This section of Laura Loma stands to be the most amenity-rich community in Texas, with a very wide variety of experiences that I'm going to highlight here. Along the 2 miles of river frontage, Riverfront Park is where you'll be able to stroll along a nice boardwalk, taking in the views of the art park and gardens along the way. You'll also have a tennis and pickleball court and a path that takes you down to the waterfront area for a completely different set of activities and amenities. In this waterfront area, you're going to have several pretty great things to tap into: waterfront cabanas, boat docks and slips with a boat valet, an on-property outfitter and specialized outdoor adventures team providing boating, water skiing, jet skiing, paddleboarding, and even private hunting and fishing tours. So a huge array of activities for everyone. For kids and families in the community, you'll also have kid-friendly recreation, including zip lines, rope swings, jumping platforms, and the blob. For those of you who don't quite know what the blob is, it's a super fun inflatable contraption that launches you into the water. When I was a kid, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this now, but I went to the infamous Camp Longhorn not too far from this Thomas Ranch area, and I was actually voted blob queen. Really hung on to that accomplishment over the years, as you can tell. Within Laura Loma, residents will also have access to Saddlebrook Ranch. This is an equestrian center complete with a barn, stables, paddocks, and a riding arena. The equestrian program at Laura Loma will offer riding lessons, boarding services, and trail riding. So you're starting to get the theme here. There is something for everybody in Thomas Ranch. Now, stick with me because the list of offerings goes on and on, including an 18-hole golf course that I'll tell you a little bit more about here shortly. In total, there are going to be 9 private parks, with one being especially incredible. This is called Limestone Gulch Park, where you'll have several neat things to do. This is going to include a dance hall and tap house inspired by the legendary Green Hall and Broken Spoke, where you're going to have live music, barbecue, local craft brews, and dance lessons. If you're not familiar with Green Hall, be sure to look this up. This is close to the New Braunfels area, just south of Austin, and Broken Spoke is a longtime staple here in the Austin area. They are even going to have a recording studio drawing inspiration from Blackbird Studios in Nashville, where you can actually craft your own sound with the latest in audio technology. So again, pulling from the Austin music scene and bringing it to the Texas Hill Country. From an outdoor standpoint, there will be an event lawn and amphitheater, a clubhouse with a cafe, a family pool, theater room, a kids club, and an adult-only lounge and hospitality barn. You'll also find a swimming hole with rope swings and stocked fish pond, and a bait and tackle shack. So again, absolutely everything you can imagine is going to be here in Thomas Ranch. For the golfers out there, you cannot miss this. The Cliffside Clubhouse will be anchored by an 18-hole championship golf course designed by the celebrated golf architect David McLay-Kidd, who crafted famed courses such as Bandon Dunes and the Castle Course in St. Andrews in Scotland. The clubhouse itself will feature multiple dining venues, retail and indoor and outdoor pool with private hot tubs, a members lounge, and of course a concierge team, a wellness facility with a spa, fitness center, and even a meditation garden. Laura Loma is actually the first phase of development and construction, which broke ground last summer. The golf course is expected to be completed before the end of this year, with play beginning in early spring of 2025. Phase 1 infrastructure for residential development will actually begin in the next 60 to 90 days, starting with the Limestone Gulch neighborhood that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Within the Limestone Gulch, the infrastructure for those amenities will also begin, which will include a fishing pond, swimming hole, and the really nice event lawn that they'll have throughout. Those are supposed to actually be completed towards the end of the year, with the first homes ready for move-in fall of 2025. So this is right around the corner. What's really exciting here is that sales are now actually open for the Founders Program, where the first 25 families to reserve a villa, cottage, or custom home site will receive 2 resident golf memberships, a waiver of annual club dues for 10 years, complimentary cottage rentals, and an array of added perks. So a really nice bonus for those first 25 residents. You're probably wondering about pricing. Pricing starts at $885,000 for home sites, and cottages are starting at $1.95 million. There are multiple varieties of homes in this community though, so be sure to reach out to me not only for that information, but additional sales perks as well. I am really excited about Thomas Ranch for so many reasons. The development as a whole is really inspired by a blend of Austin cool and that hill country charm that's really going to offer exceptional living experiences like none other. The planning of this development has been in the making for more than 20 years, and it really aims to capture all of the things that attract people to Central Texas and the hill country in particular. So I am thrilled to welcome Thomas Ranch to the Spicewood area. Overall, this really nice location provides that tranquility of lakeside living, the ability to escape the hustle and bustle of the city, but while not losing the recreational component and amenities that are so important to have nearby. On that note, Thomas Ranch certainly is not the only new development moving forward in the hills west of Austin, but I do think it's one of the most unique and intriguing ones. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell though, so you're alerted of the future developments and real estate news that I'm going to be highlighting here in the Austin area. As always, if you're thinking about a move to or within the Austin area, my real estate team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. So be sure to get in contact with us through the information below. Until next time.